camera, action. Just kidding, it's just your normal Fish Talks with Steph in my room and with my dog chilling. I actually just found out I have a doctor's appointment at 2 p.m. I suck at scheduling some days, but instead of completely canceling or pushing it back, I'm just gonna freaking do it now. Why wait? Today's topic, food. I just actually had breakfast, so this is like the perfect time to talk about it. I'm digesting. Hope is just kind of being lazy. Please forgive my laundry in the background. Anyway, so first question is, what did you have for breakfast? So I just started getting into this thing called dippy eggs here in Pennsylvania. So that's like, for my New Yorkers and everybody else, sunny side up. But like, when your boyfriend makes them, they're like 10 times better. I used to think they were super disgusting. With the right seasoning, a little bit of Gouda cheese. Another that's the thing, common question, tongue-tied, is, what was your favorite food growing up? I'm gonna be straight up, I was very unhealthy as a kid. Like, super unhealthy. It was nothing but gluten, dairy, and corn. Pretty much everything I'm technically allergic to. I can have very small quantities, like I have the tiny bit of Gouda in the morning just to make eggs palatable because I eat them a lot. But yeah, I was super unhealthy. And being Italian, you have a lot of fruits and vegetables, but you also have a lot of pastas and cheeses in your meal all the time. And from a lot of you, I have the question, why have you stopped intermittent fasting? Well, let me start. First of all, I love the health benefits, but when you're working for 18 plus hours a day, you're being physical for the majority of them, and I'm going to be completely honest. You're starving. You burn about 3,000 calories a day. You only eat 1,500, and then you don't eat for the majority of the day except for a small window. Like, it put a lot of stress on me at work. I love my job now. It's the perfect stepping stone, but it's not past eating disorder friendly. Like, you can clock out to, eat food, but where I work, it's extremely busy, which I kind of like, but at the same time, you don't have much personal time. And another reason why I stopped is because I would have to work out 5 a.m. in the morning, and I wouldn't get home till 9 p.m. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of stress on your body, and I'm going to be completely honest, I love breakfast. That's like my thing, and even if I did fasting at night, I'd have to stop like super early in the day, and we have really good food here. That's something that, I just can't not partake in. I can have fruits, vegetables, and all that good stuff, but sometimes you'll come home and there's like broccoli rabe and like a bunch of other delicious sexy foods, so I just have them because I enjoy them. I enjoy everything in moderation. That's the whole key. So I'm just gonna be straight with you guys. A diet is BS. Eat however you want that makes you happy, and if whatever your goals are, try to make sure the two coincide. Like, if you want to lose fat, not weight, fat, eat more fruits and vegetables, higher protein, keep your, fat consumption moderate or opposite your carb consumption, and, find what works best for you, because a diet is mental torture. A lifestyle plan, as you guys have heard multiple times over, is a lifestyle change. So if you make a lifestyle change that you could stay with, all the better. I am just really noticing how high my cheekbones are, and I've gained a lot of weight, and part of me's kind of happy about it. I have a fuller body, which is nice, but my cheekbones are still stupid high. Now, I got a question from my boy Scott. What are the best foods to eat before bed? I really don't think any, because if you saw my Snapchat earlier, you saw I had a bloody disgusting nightmare. It was like gut-wrenching. I was crying the moment I woke up. Eating food late at night actually wears on your digestive system and makes it harder for your body to process what you ate. So, your total calories of the day, it could be the same, but if you eat late at night, it'll affect your sleeping patterns more than anything. If you want to have something light, fruit, vegetables, something light, something easily digestible. Anyway, just make sure you don't eat too heavy foods, because I'm not gonna lie, I had ice cream last night because my throat was on fire. So I've been having like a sore throat lately, guys. I've never had an instance where I had late night food. Even on that 2 times in my life, I went out with friends to have a couple drinks, and we ended up at a diner. I always ate pasta because I knew it soaked up alcohol, and I'm not a fan of alcohol. It's cool if you do. I'm not. I like being healthy and in control. Anyway, it's just best to eat little to nothing before you go to bed, especially 2 hours before you go to bed. If you fall asleep on food, have you ever done that midday? You have a big meal, and you probably ate something your body cannot digest easily, and you went, damn, I'm tired, pass out, wake up, and go, what freaking century is it? And can't get anything else done throughout your day. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little favoritism going on to my hometown girls, Kelly and Marissa. Y'all asked a ton of questions, so let's strap in. Okay, number 1. No particular order. What's your favorite cuisine and why? Oh my sweet lord. Where do I start? I'm not gonna say Italian because that's like way too ironic. It's definitely Thai food. Why? Because I just feel like the mix of ingredients is a whole lot fresher. But then again, farm to table is super fresh. That's really good too. I just love when you can taste different dimensions of flavors, food that can wow you, and you go, holy moly, and you're taken to another planet. Like, you're not just with friends or family eating, you're truly having an experience. That's what I love. Next one. You travel a lot. What country have you been to that has the best food? Have you had authentic Italian? That shit's amazing. And I'm not talking like New York Italian. I'm talking like you're in Sicily Italian. That stuff's amazing. I've had very authentic German food. I was in Switzerland once growing up, and I don't know. It's when you get to different parts of the world, they all not only kind of stick with the traditionalism, or they completely go out of the box and surprise you. I'm trying to think. Oh my god, this is such a hard question. Oh my god. I just think authentic food is the bee's knees. Anywhere. Just go anywhere and get some real food. I'm not gonna lie, this next one made me giggle a lot. What is the best date night dinner? So, me and Jared are one of 2 people, and it depends on how we feel. We're either, let's go out and have something awesome, because we don't feel like cooking, or let's stay home and cook something awesome. So it all depends. He loves Italian food because he's like German, so he doesn't have Italian food a lot, and when he comes over to my house, the old joke was, you cook a lot of good food. It's kind of why I'm here. I'm like, nah. It's because of me. Anyway, no, it is. He's amazing. We love cooking together. We both kind of have this love-hate relationship, but if we do it together, the cook, the prep, the cleanup, we do not care. It's so much more fun, and we enjoy the food a whole lot more because we know we made it ourselves. He actually had some professional time as a chef, so that works out for me. Alrighty, next up, so my girl Marissa, she said, more about allergies. What's it like? Hell. Now, I'm not a medical doctor. I do know some about the, human body chemistry, body chemistry, all that good stuff. But I will completely be honest with you, having allergies sucks, especially if they're a very severe reaction. Some people just get, a light scratch in the throat, break out a little bit. Some of us completely lose oxygen. Our lips, as you saw, were swollen. I'm not gonna lie, right here in my thyroid, I still feel like a tension. And I haven't had fish that I was allergic to in like 5 years. So that tells you a lot. It really, really affects you, especially if you don't tamper with the food often. The other week I had some sushi. 9 times out of 10, I'm good with sushi if I know what's in it. We ordered, my coworker and I, sushi I was totally supposed to be fine with. We asked the guy to use a separate knife and cutting board, and we think that information fell through because within 5 minutes of me finishing my my 4 pieces, my throat, I swear to God, was bloody red. Not like blood red, but like really red. I was scratching it a lot. My nasal cavity was completely fucked up. My lips here, it looked like I had injections done, but I didn't, thank God. And I'm not about to have any more reactions. But it was just absolutely terrible, and I couldn't breathe. Ran across, got some Benadryl, and kind of was just like hoping to write it out because I am terrified of needles, and that includes EpiPens, even though it can save your life. Oh, I know. I have the money for them. I just don't want. I just really hate needles to the point of where I would rather suffer a bit more than have a puncture wound in my leg, because I know how to counteract most of these, not only with medications, but for natural foods as well. So I kind of just got used to the whole F the EpiPen kind of mentality at a young age, because long story short, I used to sneak my fish sticks in daycare into a sundress I would wear all year when I knew we'd have fish stick day. I had multiples. Stick it in my pockets, throw them away in the garbage in the bathroom, and every time I tried to communicate with the lady at daycare, she's like, oh no, just eat your food. I'm like, bitch, I'm allergic. Next question, how did you learn how to cook? Okay, so let's first start off with Nona. So that was my mother's mom. So that's my grandma. She unfortunately has passed since a while ago. I'm gonna be real. She outlived the rest of my grandparents, and we didn't get a lot of time to cook with her, but we found literally all of her recipe books from Italy. Like, she was the off the boat Italian, and we've got all these original recipes. Her American Italian cuisine would suck, but Italian, holidays. Y'all should probably come over to a holiday at my house. Anyway, so that is one of the major reasons I learned to cook, and my mother as well. So my mom, being the daughter of a chef, my grandma really didn't like teaching too much unless it was like her grandkids, and she was only able to show us so much because she was older by the time we were born. So I learned a lot from my mom. Breakfast. My grandma and I would also, with my little sister, watch the Food Network, like Emeril Lagasse, still love that man, and a bunch of other shows like Iron Chef and whatnot, and we would pick up small little info bits in our heads, so when we started cooking, we could not only experiment, but we can kind of have an idea of what we wanted to execute. And I just really love cooking because sometimes it's a great method of expression if you have the time for it, but if you don't, it's a pain in the ass. Alright guys, so this is like the first chicken or the egg kind of question we have. Now, is it the man or woman's job to cook in a relationship? I truly say it's both. Part of me's half of, I wouldn't say 50s kind of traditionalism. What I like to do is, I personally, if my man is working and I had a lighter day, whoever has the lighter day, the other one cooks. If the other one's stressed as F, right? The other one takes care of the other human being. But if it's a normal day, we're both good to cook, we cook together. Now, Jared's come home like at 9:30 at night when I normally do, and he is beyond exhausted. He's been working all day. He went to the gym. He did, honestly, more than I did, which is rare for a human being. I take care of him. I cook for him, even if it's extremely simple. I feel like taking care of not only yourself but another human being is incredibly important. But I don't believe one party or the other has to cook all the time. Unless the other person, when I mean will literally cause water to go on fire, start cooking together more. It's not any one sex's job. It's nice when a woman shows appreciation and vice versa with a guy, instead of, just getting cooked. Cooking to, have a woman show her physical affection. Sometimes, which I love, because this is in my relationship, Jared will cook for me because he wants to make me happy. And that truly is the best damn thing you can give an Italian woman. And I love cooking for him, even if it's like really, really late at night and we're still gonna stay up. Making him happy is the best. Now, back to the kind of allergic questions. Have you ever been hospitalized? No, thank God. As I said, at a young age, I kind of figured out I was allergic to fish. So whenever I encountered it, I would kind of do experiments. It sounded so weird and risky and a little bit stupid, but then again, that's just me. I love trial and error. So I would try fishes and foods that incorporated fish stock or whatever, and see what home remedies would work better. I noticed drinking a lot of lemon, fresh squeezed lemon, and trying to spit out the extra saliva that was infected helped a lot instead of getting an EpiPen. Or if I did not have access to a Benadryl, which my mom always had, so she was like an A1 steak sauce of a mom. Speaking of steak sauce, I want a steak. Not now. Just became really aware of my body and my late teens, my mid-teens, late teens. And I try to take care of myself, but I try to enjoy life at the same time. That's kind of my philosophy. I call it my Apple syndrome. Steve Jobs at the end of his life went, I kind of wish I enjoyed life more instead of being a workaholic. So that's what I try to do. I try to go, how do I live today to its fullest and truly enjoy every freaking moment of it? And it does boil down to food, not for emotional reasons, which I'm going to get to, but for just experiencing. Why would you eat bland, shitty food if it didn't make you happy or helped you achieve a certain goal? We're gonna talk about something a little less fun. I had a question: did you ever have an eating disorder? If you knew me from social media or you knew me from school, from just everyday life, you know I had something. Nobody could pin it down because I was fairly healthy for an anorexic girl, and at the same time for a bulimic, I didn't have all the teeth issues that most do. Now, when you have both of them at the same time, it's a pain in the ass because you starve yourself for days. It's not fasting, it's starving, and then you would just eat uncontrollably. It would be like a blackout. I was not happy with that. I'm not proud of that either. I wasn't confident in myself growing up, and every day I just felt like I was struggling. But then I started trying to find me, trying to identify myself, my strengths, my weaknesses, everything, and try to love me for now, even if my body isn't exactly what I wanted. Nobody's perfect, but we can always try our best. What was your favorite food while being sick? So being sick in this description was when you were having your eating disorder. So it's weird. Sometimes I would eat really healthy, sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I would just black out because even till this day, sometimes I don't know what I eat. That's why I log my food. It's not an obsession. Actually stopped for a bit to kind of bring myself back from an obsessive state to a more controlled way of living. So yeah, it's just baby steps. If you need help, say something. If you see someone who needs help, don't alert the media. Talk to them, and then try to see if you could help them in any way possible. Start something on lighter notes, because, I don't really like talking about my eating disorders that passed. Don't have them anymore. What is your favorite family dinner? 9 times out of 10 is anything my mom didn't have to cook, because she cooks a lot. When we cook here, it's like a full day. My poor mom spends her whole life in the kitchen. I'm gonna be real, she really doesn't like it too much. Oh, please, excuse me. Anyway, so my sister kind of took over for a while for cooking because she just was super creative and she's amazing. I love her. I will come in not to just add a pinch of salt and some butter, but like literally to go, you know what? This is what it needs. I'm like that final little taste tester that goes, you want 99%, I'll give you 100. And my dad, love him to death, he just eats. But when you have good Italian food, I didn't think y'all would be this interactive with the first Fridge Talks, and I know it's super informal. I'm not even wearing makeup. I'm rolled out of bed. I do have a filter on because, I still have sunburn up here and a little bit on my nose, so. But yeah, no, seriously, guys. I just wanted to say I love you. even though I've kind of taken a bit of a hiatus the last 6 months to a year, y'all have been so fucking supportive. um, anything I do, I get feedback from you guys. Every now and then I'll get some weird negative feedback, but it's from somebody who doesn't know me or who is just miserable and, out the door bish. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. I still have a couple questions, so we're not done. We're not even close. So, by decree of the princess. Sorry, I'm reading all the ones I already did. It's a lot. Okay. What is your new favorite local cuisine? Okay, so a couple weeks ago, my family and I, for Mother's Day, went to the Millworks in Harrisburg. By far, the best freaking steak I have ever freaking had here in Pennsylvania. There is only one place I can name that has the most just buttery, mouth-watering, just charred enough sexy steak. I'm sorry, I take my steaks so seriously. That was it. By the way, that place was in Vermont called Hen of the Woods. It's like, I think 4 or 5 star restaurants, so it's kind of hard to pair up. But locally, the Millworks in Harrisburg. If you guys ever come out to meet me or you're just in the area, go try it. It is, oh my god, it's amazing. So what the Millworks is really farm to table. And when I mean farm to table, I mean like my steak was almost moving and it was perfect, medium rare. Oh my god. Anyway, so kind of actually wanting to go there for my birthday. But then there's another really good place called Devon's Seafood. That was good too. But there's something about farm to table that gets me. And that's why me and Jared he's not considering. we're serious about having a little farm later. City girl doing farm stuff, I know. Anyway, but we really love food that are just rich in flavor and texture that you don't have to manipulate with chemicals. That's like huge, absolutely huge. And I'm like actually salivating thinking about the steak. It's that good. I had it with a beet salad, and it was just absolutely perfect. Every tone was just right, and well, I'm thinking about it again. Another question is, what do you have for breakfast, or the first thing? Okay, first of all, I just want to have a nice excuse, and I'm glad somebody wrote this damn comment. My new mugs. Okay, so hold on. So it's like super modern, super minimalist, totally me. But what I normally have is a cup of warm water with lemon. Why? Because it helps flush your digestive tract. It helps like align you with the proper nutrients, and it's kind of like an eraser for your chalkboard for your stomach. So like everything that you had the day before kind of just doesn't affect you today. Next up, do you hate any foods, and did you hate any foods growing up? Growing up, I kind of hated meat. I love my mom so much, and my dad was always worried about the kids getting food poisoning, so we would cook our meat to death, and that's why I love medium rare meat. Right, no, I'm not even just saying right now as in this current moment. I'm talking like forever and ever, always. There's so much more nutrients in medium rare that you can't get from overdone steak, and the quality of the protein and the nutrients are incredibly important, because why are you putting it in your body if you're not in it for the nutrients? Or you just like the taste. I didn't. That's another question. Everyone asks, did I go vegan, vegetarian? I attempted veganism for like 3 days. I don't eat dairy. I couldn't eat gluten, so that made everything a lot more difficult. Beans, there were certain ones I just can't freaking digest, and a bunch of other stuff. What is my kid doing? Yo, I love you. Mommy loves you. But anyway, I just, like, going vegetarian, vegan, I felt was extremely detrimental to my body, and I noticed I was, I'm pale to begin with. I was, like, sickly within a couple days, and through my naturopathic nutrition studying, I have found out if you do it because you love animals, I'm happy for you, but try to find nutrients that you can get from food that are relatively close to meat, because you won't ever find those in fruits and vegetables. That's why you eat. If I remember correctly, there's like 9 amino acids you can only get from meat. So trying to synthesize it or try to get them via other sources are impossible. So if you don't eat meat, I respect you. I respect your life decisions, and I really hope you're happy and you're doing it in a wholesome, sticking to more fruits and vegetables, the less processed, the better, cook it yourself kind of way. Totally condone you, but I am concerned for I have a couple friends who I call them packaged vegans. They eat nothing but packaged vegan food. Your shit isn't getting any better. You're getting not as healthy. So if you can, what is my kid doing? So make smart choices when it comes to your body. Make sure you feed it with the proper nutrients, and don't do anything because it's a trend. That's what drives me nuts. Oh my god, this isn't a freaking question, but it's gonna become one right freaking now. Hope could totally tell I was stressed, and she came over here so I could pet her, but crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. I love you. Okay, yeah, completely. Okay, so this wasn't a question, but this is just something I'm trying to get out there for some people. I am gluten and dairy intolerant. It's an actual fucking thing. It's not some trend. It's not like, no, seriously. I can't eat certain foods in like quantities bigger than like a thimble, because it literally inflames my body. Like, I pretty much don't have abs because I think I'm addicted to Gouda cheese on my eggs. And I would say it's less than a half an ounce. And my stomach still blows up. It doesn't get a bad reaction, but it definitely hurts it. Now, having a gluten, dairy, whatever your intolerance is, and it's truly tested to be one, it's because our bodies are not supposed to digest it. Yes, I know. It's not good for you. Last night at Jared's, his family had pizza, right? And he was wondering why his stomach was so bloated. Now, the reason why his stomach was so bloated is because he ate too much of something that he's allergic to. If that happens to you, like if you can't squeeze in your stomach, not after a full meal, but like if you eat something, it means your body is bloating itself so it can protect itself. And it's, get yourself tested. Having allergies isn't all about just throat, nose, eyes, and ears. It's about your intestines. Your intestines absorb the most nutrients, and I found out when I was severely allergic to dairy. Now I can have it just a little bit. It's incredibly bad to keep inflaming your body because, like I do, I have holes in mine. So, if I eat wrong, I suffer the consequences. And that's a wrap. I'm exhausted. As you guys saw, I was up at like 4 a.m. because of my nightmare and had a really hard time going to sleep. I have not only a dentist appointment today, but I'm also going to my Orange Theory class, and I'm so excited. I haven't done it in a while, and I'm going to be honest, it's kind of the only thing I want to do. So that's why I filmed this earlier, because not only I wanted to be fair to you guys, and I didn't want to, psych y'all out, because I know some of you actually are really excited about this, but we're going to start doing a regular Fridge Talks, and I'm thinking it's going to be on Mondays, because I'm off on Mondays, and I don't do anything I don't want to do on a Monday. So, with all of your help, questions, comments, answers, all that cool stuff, we did our first Fridge Talks of the season. It's the season finale, the season premiere. Anyway, so I am curious to see what topic you guys want to do next. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, it is Stephanie V. Atkinson. Go follow my ass. And if you're on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Link in my bio and all that good stuff. But yeah, so talk to you guys soon. We will fridge you later. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Fridgies. Thank you for dealing with my weirdness. I know you missed it. But there's a lot more to come, and there's a lot of exciting shit that's going to be happening. So stay tuned.